let me explain something here. Please hear me out. If you have 3 million, 4 million, it's not enough to take you to so many countries now abroad. Relax, I'm going to explain to you. Now, this money, if this is the total money you have, and you do not have any sponsor anywhere again, and this money is not enough. Now, do you know why the money is not enough? Because you have to, first of all, for example, if you get admission in one of these countries in Europe, it depends on the country. I'm going to give you some examples, then give you different scenarios. If you get admission, you need to pay tuition deposit first. Then the balance you have to do proof of funds. Now let's assume that you get admissions in a country like Lithuania and your tuition deposit is like 2,500 or 3,000 euros. Let's pick 2,500. 2,500 euros should be close to like 1.8 or 2 million. Okay, let's just put it at 1.7 million CFA francs. When you get admissions, you need to pay tuition deposit before you can apply for a visa, a temporary residence permit, because for Lithuania it's a temporary residence permit. Now, if you take 1.7 million from that 4 million, how much will be left? You will be left with around close to like 2 point some. Ask yourself, how much is proof of funds to study in Lithuania? Proof of funds to study in Lithuania is around 8,000 euros now. Okay, 8,000 euros, is it enough? The money that is left in your bank account is not enough. So what can you do in this situation? The only way to do in this situation is you either borrow money from people you trust, or maybe get some stuff sales. Maybe you can do some little business or double the money. But if that total money, that 3 million, 4 million is the only money you have, it's going to be difficult for you. Or some of you have a way you do it, I do not know. But if you can do it after paying the tuition fee, fine and good. But if you have this money and you have a sponsor who is going to stand to give you a bank statement, your brother, your sister, your uncle, your auntie, your father or mother, fine and good. If they are going to give you a bank statement and your 3 million or 3.5 or 4 million is in your bank account just to pay your tuition fee and then carry the remaining balance to Lithuania or to any other country, it is going to help you. But if you are the only one, you just have that money in your bank account, nothing anywhere again, then it's going to be a little bit difficult. Now, you should put this into consideration. To those of you who say you have 3.5, 4 million, let's just put it at 4 million, and you want to move to Germany, Belgium, Norway, Netherlands, it's never going to work. You know why? Because first, Germany, you have to do blocked account. Blocked account to Germany is close to like, is it 7.5 million or 8 million? It's almost 12,000 euros now. Then blocked account to Belgium should be around 10,500 euros or 11,000, depending on the institution and what they tell you. Now, how much is that money? It's enough of a lot of money. So this money you say you have is not going to be enough. To Norway, you have to first of all pay tuition deposit. Okay, and tuition deposit in Norway, some Norwegian universities charge up to 75,000, 80,000 Norwegian krone. That's a lot of money. Okay, now if you gather this money, before you know, you pay tuition deposit, before you do blocked account again for Norway, you will not have enough money again. So what I'm trying to say here is, when you decide that you want to jackpot, you want to migrate, you want to immigrate abroad, okay, ask yourself, the money I have, can it take me to this particular country? If it cannot take you to this particular country, where can it take me to this particular country? And if I'm going to this particular country, what am I supposed to do after I get admission? Am I just supposed to carry my bags or maybe apply for my visa? Or I'm going to pay tuition deposit to get my unconditional acceptance letter, because the first one you got was conditional acceptance letter with the condition of you paying the fees. But now you have to get the unconditional. So this is how these things work. And if you are not very technical or tactical, you may not know. At the end of the day, some of you will be like, oh, I gave this person 4 million. Oh, the office is closed, it's not open. That's because you didn't listen to my videos. You didn't listen to me. But again, if you have people, let's say you have your 4 million and you have somebody who can do affidavit of support for you, or maybe the blocked account for you. Remember, blocked account is not like you go and create an account with UBA, NFCC. No, you have to create an account in that country. Then you put the money inside that is blocked. Okay, then They give you the documents to use for your visa application. When you get to that country, you have access to your money. This is the way it works. Don't think that you can fake it. No, that's not the way it operates. And if you must do the blocks account, you need physical cash. You are not going to be telling people stories. No, yeah, they don't listen to stories. So I'm just explaining these things so you know. But in another side, there are other universities or other countries that can accept little or no money, and others can accept small money. Italy can ask just maybe 500 euros, 250 after admissions. Then a place like Portugal can ask in installments. So these are the type of countries you can focus on. If your money is not enough, focus on Portugal, Italy. So to those of you who want to move to Lithuania, those who are still to apply, there are few schools in Lithuania that are still accepting applications. And those of you who are going to Lithuania, pay attention to this video, because I will say some things. I will take my time to explain these things. Then to those who want to book a call with me, please check the details below. For you to get a temporary residence permit in Lithuania, you have to go to a country like UAE, South Africa, Dubai, which is the UAE I mentioned, maybe Thailand and other places. I have the video on the channel. Now, this material I want to give you is basically about how to do your police character. Those of you asking me if you must legalize your documents to apply, I don't know about that. This information I'm giving you is from an email I received from a school, because I did the details, I got the offer, and the person is actually doing this. But please, if you want to apply for a temporary residence permit for your police clearance certificate, which is a PCC, to obtain temporary residence permit to move to Lithuania, you have to submit an application on Migris. Migris involves some things, and part of the documents you are going to submit on Migris is, one of them is the police clearance certificate, which is the PCC. Certificate must be provided from all countries where you have lived for more than 6 months in the last 2 years. If you have been in UAE, if you've been in Cameroon and recently moved to UAE, or in Nigeria and recently moved to UAE and have not been there for at least 2 years in UAE, you have to get a certificate from Nigeria or Cameroon. If you live in UAE for more than 2 years, you have to get a PCC from Dubai or Bahrain or wherever. But 2 years, you should have received this message. If you haven't received, please listen to me. The certificate must be legalized in one of the following ways. I will not talk about the ways, but the number one I know is the double legalization. Now, this double legalization means that such certificate must be legalized twice, with the first stamp of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs that issue the certificate, and the second stamp coming from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in the Republic of Lithuania. I hope you understand. So when you get your police clearance certificate from the competent authorities in your home country, go to the Foreign Affairs Ministries and legalize it. This is what I've been saying in the past. Let's move forward. When you do it, it will also be legalized in Lithuania. But we are not going faster. Don't rush. Relax. Now, listen to something. They said if double legalization of your PCC requires, in your case, please, the second part of the legalization will be carried out by the university in Lithuania, and according to them, they have to do some stuff, okay? That is not our business here. Listen, it is important to note that according to procedures, some countries require an additional stamp of certificate. The country's embassy is 1. 2, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Lithuania is 2. And the list of countries required or that require additional legalization or approval from diplomatic missions include that are accredited by Lithuania. Include 1, if you are from Algeria, you are from Qatar, you are from Iran, you are from Bangladesh, you have to go to the diplomatic missions in Poland. If you are from United Arab Emirates, if you reside in UAE and you are getting your PCC from UAE, you have to send it to the mission of UAE in Latvia. I hope you understand. So Cameroonians, your PCC will go to Latvia. I am still coming. Now, if you are from Egypt, Nepal, watching my videos from Cote d'Ivoire, you have to send your PCC in Denmark, to Denmark. If you are from Sri Lanka, you have to send your PCC to their missions in Sweden. If you are in Kuwait, you have to send your PCC in Kuwait. Like if you are from Kuwait, it has to go to the Federal Republic of Germany, the embassy of the German embassy in Kuwait. Okay? For Cameroonians, you have to go to the Cameroon embassy in Latvia. Then Nigerians at the Nigerian embassy in Lithuania. I hope you understand. This thing you have to do, it's a step-by-step case. Like I said, first thing first, double legalization. Okay, after your acceptance letter and after you've paid your tuition fee, you have to do the double legalization. Step 2, legalize your PCC at the Foreign Affairs Ministry, and I've talked about that already. So when you get your PCC done at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, now it is now your duty to remember to ask yourself, is there additional legalization or additional stamping that is required? Cameroonians, you need additional stamping. Nigeria, you need additional stamping. Those from Sri Lanka, Pakistan, I've given you where you have to send your documents to. Cameroonians, my Cameroon people, you need to start asking yourself how you are going to get your PCC done in Latvia. If you have a friend who lives in Latvia, contact them to do this for you. Okay? Or if you have somebody in Europe, then you have to pay the person to go to Latvia and do it, because that's where the Cameroon embassy is. After you've done with that, you are done with the PCC. That's step 2. Step 3, those of you, especially this person, anyways, this person should have seen the information. I'm talking to you now. You need to contact your coordinator of your university. If you have not contacted them, let them give you what they call mediation letter for TRP application, for your temporary residence permit application. There is something they call mediation letter, so they need to give it to you. Take it from them. Then this mediation letter, before we even come to that, if your document is not in English, it is a problem. Those of you who are doing your police clearance certificate in Francophone regions, maybe in Yaoundé or in Douala, if you ask me, I will advise you get it from an English area, maybe Boya or Bamenda, so that it can be in English to avoid the stress of translation. Because if you start doing this translation thing, it might not be good for you. Okay, there are details. Your university should send you this information or ask them. They are going to give it to you. Then when you finish with this, you have to apply for your TRP on Migris.